Hello very fine person, welcome to this episode of Vain Intercourse with Enyo Dinta. You know how we do it on Vain Intercourse, we take nothing to heart and we just keep moving. Please touch the subscribe button, okay, so you can get other videos when we have them on. I'm still, talking about the different sex positions there are, and their advantages and disadvantages, their pros and cons. Okay, so we've talked about the missionary sex position, we've talked about the doggy, and today I want to talk about the oral sex. And if you want to know about these other videos, please go to the previous videos I've posted, and then you see all about that. It's not really an amazing day for me, but yeah, the program has to continue, okay, whether I feel like it or not. Today I want to talk about oral sex. So oral sex is just a type of sex pattern that involves the mouth, alright? So it involves, kissing, biting, rubbing, sucking, and all of that. Okay, so that's what it entails. Okay, you can actually spice this up, alright? So there's no particular way you have to stay to get that done. Any position just works on it. Some people like it when their partner kneels while they stand. It could be the male, it could be the female, alright? So in this pattern, it means that one person stands and the other person kneels to have their partner's penis or vagina in the mouth, alright, to stimulate. And it can also be in other ways where, yes, this is where 6ix9ine also comes in. It's a very fascinating sex style when you hear it, but I don't think it's really cool in practice, alright? I don't know about it, maybe because I'm not just a big fan, but I mean, it's 6ix9ine is where you have your mouth on your partner's private area, and they have theirs on yours, alright? So it could be man on a woman or woman on a man, alright? So I don't know how that works, but you know that when the man is on top and the woman is at the bottom, and the man has to put the penis in the woman's mouth, it's easy to just like choke the woman with the penis. Yes. So, and if it's the other way around, alright, it could be like the woman may not have all the penis in her mouth, as she would, because size plays a huge role, on this. And you know that sometimes when you hear a man say, I want to sit on my face, I mean, these things just like, they sound so fascinating, they sound so cool, but I don't think they're as cool as we want to make it sound. Do you know what it is? There's always a big bunda to come and sit on your face. You want to suffocate, you want to die. Are you not thinking about your life? Is this what you want to do with your life? You say, sit on my face, because you see big nyash, you say, sit on my face. How do you want to breathe? You understand? So yeah, so oral sex is fascinating, and I think it's the most selfless kind of sex position, because it's just about the other person's satisfaction. So even though that may stimulate you and then maybe put you in the mood, for something, it's always about the other person. Am I doing it well? I'm not biting you right? Like, is it okay? And all of that. And I want to say that women, you don't bite the penis when you have it in your mouth. It doesn't make sense. You don't bite, because that's a very sensitive part of a person's body. You don't bite the penis, alright? In fact, you just concentrate on the cap, alright? On the cap, that's top. I know that it's even when you want to, gawk and maybe put it in your throat and just like ha ha ha, that thing you like to do. But even when you want to do that, you know that the stimulation is just around that cap, you understand? So you should know that it's the cap you should concentrate on, even while you can lick the other parts. It's the cap that stimulates the man. And while you're at it, you can also lick the balls. What did I say? Lick? I didn't say bite. You understand? You can play with the balls a bit, alright, and then lick it. Yes, and lick the penis. That's just how you do it. Don't go biting people and then injuring them and all of that. And while it is beautiful for women, because a lot of women only orgasm through the oral sex style, a lot of men do not ejaculate from it, you understand? It's just to stimulate them, because men often can come through penetration than they will, through blowjobs. You understand? So while it is like the main dish for women, it's often not the main dish for the man. It's just, so for the man, it could be like, okay, foreplay, and then, just in between plays. It's not like it's the main dish, but for the woman, it could be the main dish. It's like after you're done penetrating the woman, it's just okay that you just give her that head so that she can actually, orgasm too, because women often come from the stimulation that comes from orgasm, that comes from, receiving heads. And talking about the woman's, vagina, please, when you want to give the woman head, don't go biting on her clit or biting on her vaginal walls, or you understand, you can maybe play around the vulva. The vulva does not have a lot of issues. The vulva is the outside area. You understand? You can play around it, maybe nibble on it and all of that. You understand? But there's no point in trying to bite. And you should know where the clit is. Alright, the clit is like that pointed area, not the one inside. That one inside is the urethra, like that's like the urinary tract where pee comes out from. So you don't touch that area because it is a very delicate area. Because if that place is kind of punctured, you realize that the woman gets to suffer, and you don't want her to suffer, because if the urinary tract is punctured, because it's just below the clit, alright? The clit is up, that's the pointed area. That's the spot you're looking for. All these other things you are doing, I don't know what you are doing, but the spot you're looking for is the clit and not all those other areas, you understand? So you can actually, stimulate the other areas, but where your point is for oral sex when you're dealing with a woman, it's just that clit, you understand? Like that pointed area, not the second pointed area inside. That's the urinary tract, and it can actually cause her an infection because, pee comes out from there, and she can take in bacteria from there too, you understand? So that's why it's always advised that women should pee immediately after sex, alright? So that the pee from the urethra can actually, wash the bacteria out. So imagine if the urethra is open and then bacteria goes in. It's bad, and it could affect the liver if not treated early, and the blood and stuff like that. So you just have to be careful, you understand, because the vaginal anatomy is just like very, very delicate and then a bit sophisticated. You just have to know. So if you do not know, there's nothing wrong with going online and learning how to do these things, you understand? You don't have to be a pro at something you don't know how to do. So you can only be a pro on something you've learned and known how to. The fact that some of you just be like, hey, do you know how many girlfriends I've had? I've had 15 girlfriends. You could have had 15 girlfriends and still be doing it wrongly. You understand? So having 15 girlfriends does not mean that you know what you're doing. The fact that they will not complain, because women just like to conceal things, so it will be like, oh no, they are too vocal, and then this girl too know about it. That's how a lot of you think. So it's good you learn these things so you don't inconvenience her and then put her in that position of not being able to tell you what she's feeling and all of that. She gets, yes. And you have to know that oral sex is actually a bit more you're prone to even contract diseases or maybe bacterial infection from oral sex than you may from penis vaginal sex, because penis vaginal sex you can easily use contraceptives like condom and all of that to actually protect yourself. But I haven't seen people using that tongue condom. I hear it's a thing, but I don't see people use that. All right, so you just have to be careful out there. You don't go down on a person when you're eating spicy food, and you don't go down on a person just immediately after brushing, you understand? Because your pores are open, you can just like take in anything, you understand? And you don't brush immediately after oral sex. You can spit out and then just rinse your mouth, but not brush. So you just calm down and then you can brush like maybe like 30 minutes after. So it's just so you can be careful. So a lot of styles you can actually enjoy with oral sex. You could do that laying down, you could do that enjoying each other simultaneously, you could do that standing and whatever. Like I think it's one sex style that does not require you to be in a comfortable space. All right, so you could just be somewhere and just kneel like you want to pick out something and then bring out that penis and gag on it. So it's just like a flexible sex position. And we have to mention that it is most beneficial to the women. I think the men just love, the closeness it brings. Like, oh, she loves me enough, and she's gonna go down on me. And sometimes men just be like, yeah, do you need this? Are you going to suck it? Because it's just like, yeah, this person accepts me. It just feels like this person accepts you because they can put your genitalia in your mouth. So that's why if you are a person who indulges in oral sex a lot, you have to know that cleanliness is beautiful. It's something you have to, prioritize. You wash well, men. You wash under your scrotum sac. Wash it very well. You understand? Because you don't want someone to get sick, after going down on you. And then sometimes another downside is that if you're using your penis, you can't always feel the smell that comes out from, if you're using a penis or vagina, you can't feel the smell that comes out from either the scrotum sac area or from the vagina, you understand? But with your face there, you're feeling it, you understand? So if you're a person who indulges in oral sex a lot, this one is for the ladies. You have to, eat good fruits. It's like pineapple, because the truth is that everything you eat smells down there. That's another mouth you have. This one and that one. So if you are swallowing fufu all the time, the fufu is smelling down there. If it's every day, ogbono soup is smelling down there. If it's every day, anything you're eating goes down there. You understand? You eat yogurt, it goes down there. So that's why you have to eat things that have better smell and better, tastes. Because if someone is going down on you, at least they should, feel like, okay, they are eating something that's healthy. Again, apart from doggy style, oral sex is another sex style that, both heterosexual and homosexual people can actually indulge in, right? So it's a give and take kind of thing. It's not a kind of sex position where only one person receives more than the other person, you understand? So I think most sex positions actually favor heterosexual relationships more. So that's that on oral sex. Okay. Alright, thank you so much for joining in, and please leave your comments below and tell me what topics you want me to treat. And then the other comments I've received on topics you want me to treat, I will acknowledge them in due time when we are done with this particular topic we are dealing with. Please subscribe, like, and leave your comments below. I am Enyo Dinta, and I have this very big heart for you. Thank you.